Check me out. I'm just going to do a simple workflow on how I use Cinedream with the ZR, specifically with the ZR and DaVinci Resolve. There is a certain part, I'll show you when I get to it. I shot a couple of clips just now. New folder. What is today? March 9th. Cinedream. I'm only going to use the R3D files. Open up a new timeline. I like to do a custom, well, it's not really custom, it's still 16 by 9, but I like to do 2560 by 1440, 2K. I like to center crop with no resizing. Reason why I do center crop with no resizing is because I like to know where 100% is at when I'm resizing everything, and then go down from there. All right, we're going to place the footage in here. We're going to scale this down to about 50% right now. Real simple. See some of the other shots. And then those are my shots right now. They're flat. Sometimes what I like to do, depending on what I'm doing, since all these shots were basically within the same time, what I like to do is just go to timeline and then open up a new node, and then I add the Cinedream. Open controls. Since I'm in DaVinci Resolve, it's a different workflow I heard. And then I simply select red. Make sure I auto white balance. And that looks really good already. I mean, there's not much else to do. It just really depends on the story that I'm trying to tell. That right there looks almost a thriller type of feel. That looks clean. But for some reason, I like number 4 on this one. You know what? It's surprising to me because when I first was using Cinedream, I was only going with 4 or 1. But then, let's just say, whenever I was shooting different types of people, 2 would look better, then 3 would look better. You just really have to, there's no one set, no one perfect thing. I mean, that's what I do. Auto white balance. I make sure that most of the time, I try to make sure that nothing's hitting over 75, right? I know there's probably easier ways, but I like to leave this alone. But that's more for when I'm actually applying Cinedream to the timeline and not per clip. Keep the auto white balance where it is. And then for the final grading, I click on that. Sometimes I might mess with this. It just depends. If I'm doing per clip, I might mess with some of this. There's more features in Cinedream that you can use. Obviously, I'm not using all of them at the moment, but that's just my normal workflow that I use. But for the final grading, I like to add the bloom. I like to add the halation sometimes. Just really depends. And then the grain. The grain is dope. I go anywhere between 30 and 50. That's what I like to do. For this moody thriller type of shot, we're going to go all the way to 50. That's it. We apply. I don't have to deal with so many nodes, and the footage just looks really dope, especially with the ZR. So that's my master shot right there, right? With these two, what I like to do now is go in the clip. Make sure I'm in the clip right here, and then I go to clip, and then I mess with the ISO. I don't like stuff above this line too much. If it's a light and it's meant to be bright, fine. For the most part, see, something like that looks dope to me. Perfect. I think I might do this at 400 as well. 400. Yeah, that looks super dope. Now, I'm only running the M4 Mac Mini, so it might not, you see, it's only playing at 15, but that's all right. I mean, it looks and feels like a movie, and that's what is like super important to me. But yeah, that is it. That's what I would use right there. Add a little music, and I'm done. Anyways, thank you for tuning in, y'all.